Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining me here today. What we are going to do is install a couple of rope ladders as emergency fire escape routes. I'm going to start this video off by explaining a real-life scenario that I'm aware of that with a house that burned and people were in the house and they were essentially trapped. So that's where we're going to kick it off, and it's sort of the motivating factor here. And then we'll get into the installation and some of the things that I observed while I was doing the work. Okay, so let's talk about the real life scenario that I am aware of. Just happened a couple miles from our house here, and exactly how that happened. So up in the ceiling area of the house that burned, there was a ceiling fan installed on the ceiling underneath the house. I'm sure you can get an exterior rated fan or whatever. You probably pay a fortune for it. I am sure that in that particular house there was nothing special about that fan. It was the same kind of fan that you would install in your bedroom or your hallway or whatever. And what happens is, even though it's protected from the weather underneath here, it is not protected from salt, and the thing will it'll just eat it alive. We had a fan installed here when we moved in. We never used it, and it was just a bloody mess, right? So you can kind of picture, just a couple guys just flipping the fan on, trying to get a little air, movement, and that fan lit on fire, right? And that fire completely engulfed the entire underside of the house, and there was only one means of escape coming down from the house, and that would be a staircase just like that. So it had crept over and made it such that it was not a viable option to come down the stairs. Just so happens that a contractor happened to be in the area. He pulls up with his truck. He happens to have an extension ladder, and he does his thing and throws that ladder all the way up on the upper deck. And these big boys, 250 pounds plus, the ones I saw anyway, went over the railing, climbed onto this ladder, and then climbed down from the house, and the house burned to the ground. There was a real nice Jeep underneath there, parked up underneath the house. That thing completely destroyed. And that's sort of the motivating factor that I want to address with the fire ladders. All right, here's our ladder stretched out all the way down there, and with those coils and stuff in it, it measures out to about 14 feet. The literature says it's a 16-foot ladder. Okay, we just need to get close to the ground. We don't need to be a perfect alignment and all that stuff. The span from the top of the deck up here all the way down to the ground happens to be exactly 14 feet. So if we can accomplish that, I'm more than pleased with that. We just can't have people jumping off, right? That'll never work. You're not going to walk away from that, especially my age, my wife's age. I'm 60 years old. I'm in good shape, but man, that's a long fall. And I do all kinds of high work around here. I'm going to do high work because I got to bolt these things up from underneath this deck. I do it all the time. I recommend not falling or jumping. It's just not a scenario that you want to get into. So even if you came halfway down, you made it halfway down the ladder, you're still a whole lot better off than you would be just doing a nosedive, swan dive off the top, right? That's just not going to work. Ladder comes with these really nice D-rings on it. They're lockable, and if you can envision this installed in the face of the deck, you would flip this up, take your D-ring and snap onto it, ka-chunk, and then you would then be attached, and you would throw the rope over the side of the house, and then you would somehow make your way through. So that is the goal, that's the plan, that's how I want to see it happen, and we're going to start cutting some wood here in just a minute. All right, we're up on the house right now and getting ready to mark my holes that I'm going to cut for the tie downs, and I was just doing some loose measurements here. And let me show you how it's going to work. So I want the ladder to be installed here and here, and then I want to be able to roll it off the edge of the house here. Now you see these balusters, these are a bit of a problem here. The way that I would propose that we do that is that you mule kick these things out, right? Stand backward and kick it. Now that works, and the reason I know that is because I have personally replaced no fewer than 80 of those things on this house. It's exactly how I get them off. There's only 3 nails holding them on, so they kick off pretty easy, and I don't think it'd be a problem with bare feet, anything like that, if you were awakened during the middle of the night to get those out of there, get this ladder deployed, and send it over the side of the house. Now behind me you can see that's the access to the back door of the house, and it's also where the laundry room is. So the ladder will live in there. So fire, 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 grab the ladder, come out here, kick the balusters out, hook up the D-rings to the tie downs, throw the ladder over, and you're going to be shinnying over the edge on your belly. It occurred to me that I probably failed to mention is why are the houses on stilts in the first place, or piers, if more correctly. That's because the ocean is 6 houses that away, and during hurricanes, you get a storm surge, or you can get a storm surge. It can be enormous in some cases. So the houses are all raised up in this fashion. We're very fortunate in that our deck goes all the way around the house, and it makes things so much easier. But look at my neighbor's house here, right? So they don't have a deck in the back, and rather than doing all this tie-down business and drilling holes in decks and so forth, you do have an option to buy like large J-hooks that would say go over the railing here, right? A J-hook over the top here, J-hook here, and throw the ladder over. I don't trust this railing. I just don't think it's a very good idea to do that. I don't care for it at all. That's how you might deal with it in a house like that, where they just sling the window open, put the J-hooks on the sill of the window, throw the ladder out, and then come all the way down to ground level, right? So that is definitely a way to handle this, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? It's just that the railing is not something that I want to rely on. I would much rather have a bulletproof solution than have this railing crumble out from underneath us, because it can happen, right? I mean, when we first moved in here, this railing was falling off this house. I mean, this thing was in rough shape, and I have fixed everything, but over time it can degrade, and you're never really sure where the weak spots are. You're never really sure, you know, how that works. So that's my thought process. All right, done. We go downstairs and hook up the rest of the hardware from underneath. All right, slight change of plan. Move to the front of the house. I'm installing the second hold downs for the second ladder. So we're gonna climb the comically big 12-foot A-frame ladder, and I'll show you what the problem it is that I had. It's kind of the same scenario here, right? It would come off this side and down onto grass. I don't want it coming onto cement here in the driveway. So let me show you what we've got going on up here and what I had to do. So in order to get this plate to line up, that means that the holes that you drill have to be spot on. I probably would have benefited from doing at least a couple of pilot holes before I got to my largest diameter, which was 1/2 inch. Still, I don't think they would have lined up. I mean, it has to be like right on the money here. So they don't line up with the plate, and I ran up to the hardware store and grabbed some washers, and then ran those guys down. I'm good with that. It probably changes the rating or whatever, but still, I'm good. I think this is fine. That's what I'm gonna do in the back now. Mule kick. I'll come out. Throw the ladder over the side. Go down. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I do appreciate you joining me for that little journey here, and maybe you can take what I did and modify that for your particular situation, and make something work for you, right? It's a whole lot better than nothing, I guess, is the way I would describe it, and I'm pleased with the outcome. I think it will be fine. You know, we'll sort of teach the people that visit us, right, what the plan is, right, in case, like, I'm incapacitated or something along these lines. You need to be able to get out. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching. If you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up down in the bottom, and a subscription wouldn't be bad either. Helps me out on YouTube. Thanks for watching.